Welcome back to Brain Driven Brands. I'm going to start this episode off with a quiz because I'm real tired of looking dumb on all the quizzes that you give me.
Okay.
So we're going to go
ready.
quick, rapid fire here.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm going to ask you how many of each thing is on my desk right now. Okay?
What? This is the quiz that we always do. I always worry you're going to give me like CMO level quiz and I'm going to fail it all.
Okay, ready?
What
How many whiskey bottles or glasses are on my desk right now?
Okay, but that's two different data points. Like that's going to be very difficult to predict. I'm going to go with 5.
Oh, no, wrong. 2.
Oh.
Okay, watches. How many watches are on my desk?
3.
Yep, nailed it.
Hey, nailed it.
Okay.
Okay, yep.
Last one. How many guns are on my desk?
I hope none.
1. 1 for 3. This quiz
Why
thing.
Guns sitting
ain't
on
so
your
easy.
desk during work.
Because I was
You're
out
sitting
running
there
errands and I
cleaning
had it,
it?
and then I got back and
Oh my God. I have something interesting for you. It is not a quiz. I want to see if you know this particular study. I don't know if you've done any sort of like studying on the effects of the language you speak on how you perceive the world, but that's what we're going to talk about on this particular episode.
English or Spanish, like that kind of language?
Yeah, like that kind of language.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So this came off of a 2013 study from a guy, he's an economist, M. Keith Chen. This study is called The Effect of Language on Economic Behavior. And it is fascinating. So we'll start with some stats. Germans are 31% more likely to save money. They retire with 39% more wealth. They smoke less, exercise more, and are generally healthier than comparable countries like the U.S. And I want to see if you can figure out why this is a thing.
Well, I know exactly 0 words in German.
Okay. So according to this economist, this has nothing to do with the fact that they're more disciplined or because they earn more. It has nothing to do with the fact that, like, you know, they're not like more culturally advanced or anything. It's because their language makes them think about the future all the time.
Whoa.
So this is a super interesting one. So according to the study, Chen found that languages that don't clearly mark the future, like German, Mandarin, Finnish, make people believe and behave as if the future is happening right at this second, which is different than how English makes you think. So if you speak German and you wanted to kind of remark about the weather, per se, you would say, it rains tomorrow. Rains being present tense.
Super interesting.
Rains tomorrow. In English, we say, it will rain tomorrow. So these kind of like tiny structural
thing is the word will
languages,
and should and could what's destroying America?
Yes, 110,000%. So that's what this guy is saying, is that these like teeny tiny structural differences in grammar change whether you spend or save. They change whether you exercise, how much you exercise, how much you eat, how far ahead you plan in life, and can even affect national GDP savings rates.
That's insane.
I know. I don't like it.
That's really
terrifying.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So this is the reason why this happens. So because of the way the English language works, if you're marketing or talking to an English speaker, you could accidentally cause people to kind of like psychologically distance themselves from you just by how you say things. Let's pause for just a minute. This episode is brought to you by Motion, aka the tool that finally showed me how Meta actually saw my ads. With Andromeda grouping creatives more aggressively than ever, diversity isn't optional anymore. Motion's AI tagging breaks down every ad in your ad account and tells you which ones are distinct, which ones are being grouped, and where your next creative opportunities actually are. So go try the Analyze This Report AI task inside your Motion account today and see it for yourself. You can start your free 14-day trial at motionapp.com. That's motionapp.com. And now back to the show. So every time you say feel better today, see results tomorrow, get improvements today, you're technically pushing the action you want them to take into the future because you're saying you're going to get this. You're going to improve. You will see results later in life, not right now.
That's super interesting.
Yeah. So I'm like,
oh gosh, I wish you told me this when I was at OG. Because the ad example, all in the present tense, is like Friday night, you're going out, date night, dancing, you've got your cowboy hat, pressed shirt, jeans, boots, and you have nothing on your wrist.
Yep. Imagining the future.
Yep. Doesn't that suck? That's way more persuasive than being like, oh, you could wear this on your next date night.
Oh, that they're both technically doing the same thing.
Right.
Technically, you're
Yeah.
telling, in both instances, we are telling people, think about the future you. What you actually want to do is do what the Germans do and phrase it in a way that makes them think about right now, even though what they're getting is in the future. This is like, it hurts my brain to even think about this. Okay, so to fix this, I'll give you a solution for this, and then we'll walk through some examples. To fix it, you need to bring the future closer so the brain understands what's at stake if it doesn't take action right this second. So
Yep.
instead of saying things like your future self will thank you, say your future self thanks you. Your
Whoa.
future self thanks you now
I'm writing that
for
down.
doing this. Not your future self will thank you later. Your future self thanks you.
Yeah, it makes it sound like it's already happened or
It's
happening.
already happening. Yeah, your
Yeah.
future self has already decided to do this, is technically what this ad is saying now. You need to rewrite your language so that you're not assuming that they haven't got it yet. You need. We talked about this with buttons before, where you need to just
Yeah.
assume that they've already made the decision to do it.
Yeah, it's like almost like a presumptive close of like you already decided
Yes.
to do it, and because
Yeah,
you are doing
exactly.
it, your future self thanks you.
Yes.
By the way, this might be the copy for Adapt's New Year campaign. So
Yeah.
I'm writing it today.
Your future self thanks you. I love this. And this is super interesting too, because I'm deep into language. Language is so critically important, especially when it comes to copywriting. And I had to tell a client this week, please stop writing with chat for a minute. Like, I know it seems this very helpful and like it might be important to move fast, but I would rather you get it right than just move fast.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why, because if you miss out on things like this, where just a little bit of framing change can drastically change how people respond to you, you're just doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah.
And you're wasting money.
And like, let me call this out because it's been a while since I have, and we have a lot of new listeners here. So welcome, everyone. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I thought copy was like the least important part of the funnel.
Did
And
you
like,
really?
I didn't, yeah, I slept on copy like early on in my career a ton.
Mm.
And it wasn't until you wrote some ads for me that ripped, even though I thought they looked worse and weren't good. They ripped, and I was like, that's interesting. And then we tested and tested and tested, and like we got down to testing like individual words.
Yeah.
That could make a big difference in conversions. So for all you listeners out there that are like, that won't work, it works, and I'm gonna prove it to you with your future self thanks you over the next 60 days. So watch out for that.
I can't wait for that.
That's really good.
Okay. So I had somebody come back and say, okay, so instead of just saying feel better today, a better option would be feel better now or just feel better. So be very careful when you do this. So one of the ways
I'll send it to you
use
for
chat,
review. Don't worry.
okay. One of the ways you can use chat with this is to make sure, go ask chat to make sure all of your copy is in present tense, not future tense. So
like that.
feel is the issue because it's a future tense. Feel better today is still pushing it out because you will feel better today is technically what you're saying. To alter it, you need to say something like, today you feel better. Bring the tense into the conversation earlier is what I will say, because
like
they're
that.
weird in the English language.
I've heard that the opposite way. There's like a story, it's like a fable or something of like a guy with a hole in his roof.
Whoa.
And he never fixes it because when it's sunny, he doesn't need to fix it. And when it's raining, he can't work in the rain. So it never gets fixed. And like I think that's just the opposite of this German thing of like the future is always front of mind for them.
Yeah.
Whereas if you don't, then people aren't gonna do what you want them to do.
Well, and I find this really interesting because we've given all of our copywriting over to chat these days. And chat, unfortunately, you got to treat him like he's 3. I'm slowly starting to change my tune on chat. So I apologize for anybody who's listening to old episodes where I was like, no, but chat. But I'm just like,
for the record, it's getting worse. It's definitively getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
I've used it enough now where I'm just like, give me the bones and then let me take it and rewrite everything you just said using the bones. Because for this reason, half the time it says stuff that's just bonkers, bizarre, off the wall, or it will say things in a way that's like, that's kind of offensive to people. I know you don't know chat, but you shouldn't say that to people. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah,
so anyway.
I'm not a big robot fan. And like the way that I'm thinking about it these days, like I think I can get you 95% of the way there, but all of the money is made in the last 5%. So
yeah.
Well, and I think like
is everything.
this kind of like tense change from future to present is one of those things that, like, I don't think we can prompt chat. We can tell it to do it in the present tense, but, like, I guarantee it spits out some weird stuff
I
from
think it's
that.
gonna struggle. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it doesn't understand time.
Yeah.
It understands like verbs, adjectives, sentence structure, but it doesn't understand time.
Do you know what the problem with chat is? This episode just turned into an anti-chat rant. Chat's never had a real conversation with a person.
Ooh.
Not really.
Dang, man. That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's very true. Yeah.
And you can be like, yeah, I talk to chat all the time. You don't talk to chat like you talk to any human in your life.
Nope.
And if you do, you should reconsider how you talk to those humans.
This is the reason why we call it prompting and not talking.
Yeah.
We don't ever say talk to chat. We say go prompt chat. Yeah. Ooh. Dang. Okay. So yeah, now we're going to have to do a whole episode on like, what's the difference between talking to chat and prompting chat? And will you get a different response? If you just talk to it, which you can. I mean, now chat has like a voice thing, kind of capability where you could just sit there and have a conversation with it. I want to see you draft some copy this week by talking to chat and see if it comes up with something different.
Conversational chatting.
Conversational chat. And then come back next week and tell us.
The title of the next episode. So
what if it comes out really good? Like, what if it's like really well done and it's
We're about to find out.
Yeah, true. All right.
And if you guys want to find out, then make sure you tune in to the next episode of Brain Given Brand. Subscribe, leave a review on Spotify or Apple. We'd appreciate that. And you can follow us if you want to. I don't really care. But go to tetherinsights.io if you want customer research, and we will see you next time.
Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Appreciate you guys listening. If you want to follow me, I'm at Sarah Levinger. Anywhere you consume content, he is at Nate Lagos. If you like this show and if you like this episode, go ahead and like, subscribe, share with a friend, drop us a review when you have a minute. We would appreciate it. Otherwise, have a great week. See you next time.